How is everybody doing today? My name is Master Zero and welcome back to another reaction video. This time we're reacting to My Birds Laid Eggs by Jaiden Animation. Alright man, I'm really excited to get back into Jaiden Animation. One, because it's kind of a long break, and two, like, it's her. I mean, come on, like, her style and humor is just really awesome, man. It's literally the humor I'm looking for, you know? But like, onto this is just really exciting stuff. Like, I'm not faulting her at all for like, not doing animations and stuff like that. You know, I did miss a Genshin Impact one, but I felt like I didn't really want to react to that one, you know. But like, we're back to like the tried and true method of her just reacting, or me, I'm reacting, but like her talking about like just random wacky stuff that happened in her life, or I'm assuming this one's very recently, but like I'm really excited to get this going. But you know, it's just it's Jaiden Animation. Like, I always feel so good whenever I react to her, or just like watch it in general, you know. It's something special. So without any further ado, here's My Birds Laid Eggs.
Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've had a story to tell, but I have a story to tell.
Let's go!
And it's because my birds accidentally laid eggs together without my consent.
That actually happens. My brother had a bird.
I'm sure the majority of you
thought it
know
was
this
Ben,
guy
but it
right
turned out
here,
to be Gwen.
Ari. Classic piece in the Jaiden Animations lore. If you don't know him, you don't know me. I keep Ari in his own room because
I need an Ari plushie, man. I have like everything else.
He has access to it. In a way, you could call it a containment room. But when I'm not around to give him attention, I wanted to make sure he has a friend around and isn't just sitting there all
very
alone
fair.
and pitiful-like. So back in October 2019, I got Tofu, which, oh my god, I'm just
That's so
realizing
cute.
is much longer ago than I thought.
Yeah, I try not to
Tofu,
think
I thought
about
you
it.
were still just a baby. She definitely
Don't think
isn't
about
as well known as Ari, but we're talking about her now. I was so nervous back when Tofu first arrived because I obviously
guess
hadn't
who's
gotten
we're
any
talking
other
about
pets before,
today?
and it was really important that she and Ari actually got along. Birds can be pretty particular, and some just flat out hate each other for no apparent reason.
Like
some sort of
monkeys.
bird drama or something. I don't know. I was worried
Maybe
my
it's the
birds
color.
were
I
gonna
don't know.
mean girls each other, and then suddenly I'd have two singular birds, which then doubles my
That's
original
honestly
problem.
sad. I had that
went
same
through
feeling
the
with my
typical
goldfish,
process
though.
You're supposed to do to introduce
They're
them,
easy
keep them in
steps.
separate areas for a bit, let them kind of see each other, slowly introduce them in small doses,
Keith.
and suddenly they were best friends.
Let's go.
I was so happy. Plan
That
B
is
of having
awesome.
to get 4 birds was now not necessary.
Oh.
So great, everything was going according to plan.
What are the
I have
odds
2
that it's
birds
just gonna
that
get
can
worse?
Keep each other company when I'm not around. Nothing could possibly go wrong when there's a pair of animals
I
that
saw the
get
title.
along very well.
Yeah.
It was a peaceful, happy 3 years of 2 birds.
3
who were
years,
besties
impressive.
Until this past spring, where everything went wrong. How could this happen? I walked into the birds' room to give them their morning food, and on their dresser, I find 3 tiny little eggs.
Almost exactly what happened to my brother.
Uh-oh.
like, Mom, I
And
think
by
my
the way,
bird's
when
a
I
girl.
say tiny, I mean you would be shocked
Yeah,
to see how
itty-bitty, man.
small bird eggs can be. These things were the size of a quarter. Some of you may be thinking, Jaiden, why is this a bad
Gwen?
thing? Jaiden, it's the gift
Don't
of
know you.
life. This is a beautiful moment of miracles.
What's this
okay,
supposed to happen?
sure, but actually, no. First of all, I don't want more birds, especially fragile little fresh out the egg ones. Remember
That's
when
fair.
I was worried I'd have
Gotta
to get
throw up
4
in their
birds
mouth.
if Ari and Tofu didn't like each other? Why am I experiencing the same dilemma again? 2 birds is already enough, especially
That's
since
fair.
one of them has devoted his entire life to being a full-time bastard. Anyone who has a gremlin pet
TP.
understands that that creature is equal to like 3 pets
He
worth
bites
of
the hands that
energy.
feed
It's
you?
a lot to handle at all times, and if my plate gets any more full, I'll unlock alcoholism. Second of all, this is now my problem that I need to handle.
That's something you don't want to
ASAP.
achieve.
I can't be like, oh, I'm busy right now. I'll deal with it later. No,
It's a bird.
procrastinating would only lead to possible hatching. Not
That-
100%,
yeah.
but there's a chance. I'll get to that later. Which leads back to my
If they're
prior
fertile.
statement that I've stated multiple
I have
times at
chickies.
this point of I don't want more birds.
Got it.
Immediately, I was like, how did this happen? I've been preventing them from laying eggs together for so long.
Did you talk
What
about the birds and the
changed?
bees?
Unlike cats and dogs, birds can't really be neutered, at least not easily. You could give them like monthly hormone shots.
I know with the
or there's
chickens,
other
they're, like,
stuff,
right
but
here.
It's just
Oh,
really
it's weird.
complicated. And you're better off simply making sure their environment is set up in a way to discourage nesting and egg laying behavior. There's a few things you could do to
Nothing
prevent
high
it,
up,
but
maybe?
to sum things up, basically don't let the birds nest. If they find a dark little hidey hole, they'll start treating it like a nest and get hormonal.
Do you have to
and
take it
suddenly
away
you've got
from it?
eggs. No
Oh.
nesting, for the most part, no problem. I looked around the room and was so confused. All they had in there were their cages, climbing tree, and a drawer I bought to hold all their bird stuff. And the eggs were
That's
just
where
on
the
the
eggs
top of the
are.
drawer too, not even in a safe burrowed nest-like place. One had already rolled off the side and cracked open on the floor like an omelet. Tofu, this is not even close to motherly instincts. After a bit of snooping around, I pulled the drawer back from the wall to realize, oh my god, These birds have been secretly burrowing into the back of this drawer like they were plotting a prison escape. Somehow, Ari and Tofu squeezed their tiny
actually
bodies
cool.
in between the drawer and the wall and started chewing the back
Let's
of it
go.
to get into the
That's
drawers
determination.
from
I can't
behind.
even be mad.
They literally gnawed through it like the nematodes in SpongeBob. You should have seen
Nematodes.
all the
I love
sawdust on the floor. Well, here's a
you have
picture, but it
pictures?
doesn't do it justice. It looked like a construction site and smelled like Home Depot.
I like the
Suddenly
animation
it
a
made
bit.
sense. They were using the drawer as a secret nest. Whenever I was in the room, they were out and about. Hi, Mom, please give us seeds. Nothing nefarious is going on. I leave, and boom,
That is smart,
straight to the
though.
forbidden nesting drawer they go. Criminals. As I'm connecting the dots on how we got to this point, I realized I don't even know which one of these knuckleheads even laid the eggs. When I got Tofu, I made sure she was a girl. A little lady. I talked to one of my bird knowledgeable friends when I was considering getting
Apparently
another,
it's hard
and
to tell
she
the
recommended
difference.
a female bird because there was a higher chance Ari would get along with her more than a male bird. So Tofu has been DNA checked
men
and
are
female
complicated.
certified.
In the
However,
animal world.
way back when
They're
I
just
got
stupid as
Ari,
humans.
I never got him / her checked.
Ah.
Green cheek conure genders can only be confirmed through DNA tests, and there wasn't really
That's what I mean, it's
any
very hard to tell the
important
difference.
reason to know Ari's gender at the time, so I just didn't. Over the years, I've just started calling him my big man because of the way he acted and
Maybe it is a
behaviors he
dude.
displayed felt very obnoxiously masculine, but it was always more of a gut feeling above anything else. But I am now facing a
can kinda tell
possible
the
reality
sex
that my
between
bird I've
animals.
had for 7 years that I've
Especially
been
cats, man.
headcanoning is male could have been female this whole time and is the potential mother of these confusing
Having an
eggs.
existential
Because,
crisis over
yes,
here, man.
birds don't need a male around to lay eggs.
Obviously.
Think about it like chickens.
Yeah,
They just
I was
be laying
literally
eggs
about to
out
say,
the
look at the
wazoo
chickens.
Without a rooster in sight. They don't care.
They
Boom,
do not.
Egg. If it's a
They're
girl
awesome.
bird, that thing can lay eggs whether you or a male bird wants it to or not. So in this situation,
Yeah, I hate roosters,
Ari
man.
possibly being
cause
a
nothing but
girl is the
problems.
thing that's
I don't need 'em.
blowing my mind the most. But one quick peek at their little bird booty hole swiftly gave me the answer. It was definitely Tofu. If you know, you know. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
laying 3 eggs a quarter the size
I got
of your
it.
whole body
You don't ha- I
biologically
picture
does
it now.
something to
Thank you.
Anyway, I immediately booked a vet visit for Tofu. Laying eggs drains birds of their calcium and overall health, so I wanted to make sure she was generally okay.
Oh,
The
straight
vet
up.
took a look at
Good
her
bird
and was
mama.
like, she looks fine, she's acting fine, we'll give her some vitamins, but she's still got more eggs in her.
What?
What? Tofu, how many of those things you're gonna cook up? Also, we gotta limit this whole ordeal to as minimal as possible, please, because that vet bill was not fun. We can't be making this a routine occurrence. It's no mystery laying eggs can also be pretty dangerous
Yeah,
for
they
birds.
could crack inside
There's
them
a
and
chance
stuff.
it could get stuck and the bird just dies.
It's not fun.
And to be honest, I really didn't want that to happen. So every egg meant an extra mountain of stress and anxiety for me. Yippee! The vet told me conures typically lay eggs every other day, so once she goes a
Oh
few
my
days without laying
God.
any, then I can come back and get her another checkup to really make sure she's all good. So I let time pass, and
One
in
egg
total,
alien.
Tofu ended up laying 8 freaking eggs.
All right.
She was not supposed to lay that many. Normally conures
Doesn't
lay
seem like
clutches
that.
of like 4
Like 3?
or 5.
Yeah.
So she basically laid 2 birds worth of eggs. I don't know what to do. But all right, she's finally done. We can now move on
Okay.
to the second step in the what to do when your bird lays eggs
We're
without
just
your
now getting
permission
to the second
plan.
step.
I have to swap out the eggs for fake ones. If I
Why?
just yoink Tofu's eggs away, she's gonna be like,
yeah.
what the my eggs? Dude, what the hell? I just laid those. And she's biologically programmed to start laying more to replace
fancy.
them. Luckily, my friends Jordan and Kelsey had some fake conure eggs because
Hey.
coincidentally, their bird laid eggs like 6 months prior to Tofu.
What a
so they already
coinkydink.
went through this process and were definitely
Good
supplying
friends.
me
Help
with
each other
mental
out. I
support.
love that.
They lent me their fake eggs. I swapped them out and perfect. Tofu is now trying to be a mother of 8 balls of plastic. After a few weeks of them
Just a
not
slow
hatching,
bleak.
she'll move on, forget all about them, and everything will return to normal. It was a successful
Hopefully,
heist. As
right?
in, I gave them both treats, stole all their eggs right in front of them,
Oh.
and they did not notice. You might be realizing, even though Tofu's eggs won't hatch, I still am in possession of actual real bird eggs that may or may not be fertilized. Yep, as much as
I mean,
Ari
as long
could
as you
have been
don't
the
like
mother,
try to
he could
fertilize them, I
also
think you'll be
the
good,
father.
right?
We don't know. Big drama.
Who knows?
Are you the father? More like, is there even a father? After consulting with the vet and
They'd
various
just be laying
bird
eggs, I guess.
resources, I basically had to make sure no birds could start growing in them just in case. Even though it's very likely they were just empty little chicken
Yeah.
eggs, we couldn't run the risk. By the various resources
I can't even imagine
aforementioned,
cracking
I was
one of
given
those.
a few options. I was told I could smash them.
Oh my god.
Which felt a tad bit too violent for me.
That's a little
Aw,
mean.
Tofu, are these your little eggs? The first eggs you've ever laid in your life?
Exactly. Just right in front of me.
Absolutely not. I could freeze them, just put them in a little container,
Oh.
pop them in the freezer, and there
Okay.
you go. But the last option, which sounded the most insane in my opinion, was to boil them. Make tiny little boiled eggs. Why does that one sound
Again,
the most
how would you peel
deranged
it?
and psychopathic?
That is kinda
I know
mean.
people consume all types
I'm
of bird eggs
in the
all
point of
over
view
the
of like
world,
this
but
is
boiling my
talking to
own Conyers
a
eggs
human.
just feels way past the
Human
line
baby.
of mental sanity.
You don't do that to
So
human
I popped
babies.
them in the freezer to hang on to whatever humanity I had left after all this.
If that's
And
the lesser of
they've
the three
been there
evils.
Ever since. I still have them. I'll
Oh.
go to grab a popsicle and be like, oh, hello, tofu eggs. I don't know. Even though they won't hatch, they still feel special. They're my little
That's
baby tofu,
yeah,
little
that's
baby
so
eggs. I don't want to
cute.
just throw them away like they're nothing. I'll just keep them in my freezer forever.
That is fair,
because
though.
that's somehow the most sane option I was given. Some people might be
Only
like,
option.
Jaiden, you should have tried
So
to
why
let
would
them
you wanna
hatch.
boil them
But
or smash
you do
them?
not understand. I am absolutely, definitely not qualified to raise baby birds. I promise this was the
How would
best
you even
thing to
throw
do
up?
for everyone. For me,
Aim in their mouth.
for the eggs, for Ari and Tofu. God knows Ari would
Ari's
have
a
been
bit
an awful father.
a little bit.
Or mother. So that's what I've been dealing with over the past few months. Tofu's
That's-
fine now.
that's
She's
honestly
essentially
amazing.
back to normal. I have since
Not for your mental
removed
health.
the secret nest drawer they have
Right on.
claimed. I'm sure they weren't too happy about that one, but hey, you reap what you sow. People will
That
tell
is
me,
true.
oh, you're the reason I want
Oh.
a bird. And I always think to myself, man, that's unfortunate. The majority of people are not suited to own a bird. Case one, they can cut through furniture like chainsaws.
My brother's bird
Case
was pretty
two,
chill,
They
man.
can lay eggs and curse
Ben
you to
slash
put
Quinn.
them in the freezer like the egg murderer you are. Or worse, I love my birds.
It's like the
with
Edgar
all
Allan
my
Poe where
heart,
you, like,
but
you
if
hear the
anyone
heartbeat in
ever
the freezer.
asks me if they make good pets, I turn into the biggest hater.
Oh.
And if you're a good bird owner, you'd probably agree with me. Birds are beautiful, intelligent, loyal companions. But they're also knife tornadoes who
I'm
can
not gonna
force
have
you to
one.
question your own mortality as you spend a fortune on vet bills.
Oh my god.
Thanks for watching. Hey, by the way, do you want to see
Thank
me
you
in
for
person
making,
in the
man.
flesh?
Kinda.
James, Ross, Dom, Aaron, and I are all going back
I
on
prefer a little
tour
animated.
again.
That's what I
Imagine
picture you
going
in
to
real
a
life.
funny improv drawing comedy show,
Oh.
but there's no children. And I swear, live on stage, right in front of you. That's right. If you're
Gonna be
18 plus, you
live.
should grab tickets to our Scribble
That's actually
Showdown
cool.
After
Hey!
Dark show. Check out
Scribble After
scribbleshowdown.com
Dark.
to see if we're coming to a town
Who else
near
is gonna be
you.
there? You
I hope
barely
to see
saw
you
the
there,
picture.
and also happy almost 2024. Time is but an illusion, and
I
we're
hate
all
it.
aging too fast for
Yep.
our souls to truly
Try
absorb
having
the
a
meaning of
little
life.
one
I
that
hope
you
enjoyed
watch
the
grow
little
up.
story
It's
about my
trash.
birds. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, man. That was beautiful. Like that was everything I was like hoping it would be from a Jaiden animation. You know, it's wacky, it's whimsical, and like it's literally like real life. You know, like that's the number one thing I like about it. It's like she might like kind of sprinkle some pizzazz over it here and there, but like as far as I know, like it legitimately it could have happened. You know, like she's not just like BSing in a story for us the entire time like a lot of other ones do, mind you. But like this one it still seems true. You know, which I respect Jaiden for that. But like all in all, man, it was just so funny. Like just watching it the entire time, like it kind of boils down to like laughing at her misery, which is kind of messed up, but like it's comedic, man. She legitimately makes it that way on purpose. You know, it's so fun. Like I honestly don't know what else to say about it because it's just boiled down to that. It is fun. Like it's just there for your enjoyment, for your entertainment. And it's like if you happen to have that same situation or like something along the line like you just want to be enjoyed by birds laying eggs, you know, like for instance, like my brother had that same instance where we thought it was a male but it turned out to be female and it started laying eggs, you know, so we had to switch the name and stuff like that, you know. But that was kind of wacky and fun. I can't imagine with like two birds, man. That was a little extra oompage to it, you know. But like all in all, man, I love this stuff so much. And I did miss Jaiden Animation, but like I can't fault her in all honesty because she wants to like branch out and stuff, do other things, and like on honesty, like go for it, man. Like 100% go for it. If that's what you want to do, like 100%, like just because you're not going to do animations, like who cares? Like if you're going to do like a little bit here and there, like that's all I ask for, you know? Like, so thank you everybody so much for watching. Leave a like down below, subscribe, ring the bell, become a member. You get videos a day early, and check out the merch. With that said, I have been Master Zero. You guys have been fantastic, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Later days.